I don't really want to play the green-red deck. I've played a lot of those cards. The opponent was just playing it. It didn't seem particularly interesting or impressive. This has been the trickiest, most fun deck I've played out of this Constructor Gauntlet so far. So I'm going to play some more with that. Meepo! Oh, I didn't click the find match button. Whoops, I was like, why isn't it going? There we go. I was uploading to YouTube and I was like, what's it going on? Yeah, oh, are we playing a beer? That's funny. All of the details surrounding this game are very good. All of the technology is quite fantastic. I just don't know I don't know how I feel about the actual game itself yet though. So the heroes deploy at random at the start, and we all three of us deployed to the same lanes. That's funny. I might just cunning plan and flip these to kill their creep. Ha! Deal.
Don't think you're safe.
Wow, way to take my toy away. Yeah, so smash the defense is one of the ways you have to get rid of improvements in this game, like cheat death and stuff like that. We each have 1 gold, so neither of us are shopping. We each have Ogre Magi to deploy, so I don't really want to deploy my Ogre Magi here because it'll get eaten by their 412. I'm going to go ahead and deploy them here since these idiots are across from each other anyways. Their Magi also went over here, apparently. Draw a couple cards. Can't play Red Mist Pillager yet. Might as well just pass.
There is no glory without sacrifice.
It's a pretty good one. Well, I mean, yep, all right. It's interesting. Double-edged my guy up. Just gonna go ahead and foresight here and draw a couple more cards.
You never should have raised my ire.
The mono green deck in this gauntlet is probably the best deck that I played in it in terms of power level. Not the most interesting, but in terms of power level, it felt really strong. I think I just smash their defenses and take their thing away here.
Axe fears no one.
Alright, so they killed more of my stuff, so they have more money than I do. I don't really want to buy a full heal, so I'm just going to go ahead and pass. We each get to deploy a Meepo here. I don't really want to deploy Meepo to the... Oh, I guess I got a creep going over here now, though. If I deploy Meepo here and he gets hit, that sucks. I'm going to throw him in the mid for now. I put Meepo on the left, sure. There might have been merit to putting Meepo left just so I could play a Foresight there. Yeah, like I have so many blue cards, it's possible I should have put Meepo here just to like let him die so I could play a card this turn. We've played 5 of the 6 precons now into CM.
Get over here.
This is my favorite of them, so I'm back playing this one again.
I'm not gonna regret investing in me.
The black-green deck felt really good. It was kind of sweet. Let's make some friends here. All right, and then over here, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and Foresight. And then probably just plan to deploy some red cards over here. I gotta multicast it too. Sounds good. So multicast is this hero has a very RNG mechanic that is whenever you play a blue card in his lane, you have a 1 in 4 chance to get another copy of that blue card. All right, so I have plenty of blue cards to play in this middle lane, so I'm actually just going to deploy down here. Since they have 3 heroes down over here, I'm just going to go ahead and stack up over here. I wouldn't surprise to see Axe go mid, though. If they have, like, a Berserker's Call of their own, Axe could potentially bump these off. Axe deployed in a good position for us there, though, which is nice. Kind of getting rewarded for putting more creeps down. Oh, well, I thought Axe was deploying to the left. It's kind of a medium spot for us. I don't think anybody's reasonable has played this game enough to know if it's better or not than Magic. Jay Sims, thank you for the 6-month resub. I appreciate the half a year. Welcome back. I think the people that were stupid and playing Magic to try and make money will probably play this game, because to set the bar low, they're going to pay more money than you get paid playing Magic. But I think in general, as far as quality of game goes, I have no idea. I might just continue going wider here in Dimension Portal again.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna continue going wide here. We're pretty far ahead at this point. Like, we're stacking a lot of damage up on this tower. This is going to 16 already. That's sad. Cunning Plan. So I really don't care if so I could Cunning Plan. Oh, I could swap it. No, I don't really want to swap that. Yeah, let's just hit it.
None can defeat me.
Well, Arena is very good. I can tell you with certainty that Arena is fantastic, and Magic's current standard format is the best format I have ever played in any TCG ever. So if I Berserker's Call here, they just can't play things, right? That's just gonna knock that out, and now these get to hit their tower here. So they don't have any heroes redeploying next turn either, so we're pretty far ahead at this point. I don't have initiative anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and slide. Nah, I'm gonna save the Signet Rings for my Meepos, I think. Honestly, so I was worried when I was watching this game played and pre-release stuff, like wondering like how hard it was gonna be to follow like what was going on in the lanes. And the more I watched him play the game, it's pretty easy to follow what's going on in the lanes, but it's actually incredibly hard to follow what people have going on in their hands in my experience, because there's just so much going on in the players' hands. So you have to win 2 out of 3 lanes. So I'm giving up this first lane to them to let them win it. And then I'm hoping to win lanes 2 and 3.
Dying's not my scene.
All right, so they have the initiative. What's up? What's up, Buttercup? If they have a second Berserker's Call here, which they realistically could at this point. Yep, so I actually can't play cards this mid lane, which maybe would have been a reason to play Ogre Magi here. Because I can't play cards here because I no longer have a hero here now. That being said, like, their tower is going to 6, like I'm kind of ahead here.
Likes this. Accessories make the man.
Is there something missing? DM me, Slug Monster. Actually, respond to the email that I told you I'd add the deck from. Maybe something got mixed up. I'm human and sometimes things happen. I think I want to just Red Mist Pillager here in Snowball.
We stand with our Oglodi brother.
Is there anything else worth playing here? So I need to try and not die. I need to try and win the center, basically, is what needs to happen here. So you have to destroy 2 of 3 or destroy the same tower twice. Getting 2 creeps deploying in the middle is good for us, so hopefully the creeps are going to deploy center, and Meepo's going to go to the left or right. So I choose which lane my card goes into here, but I don't get to choose where they go. Okay, so that's not good for us. If they have another battle cry thing there, we could be in trouble. Oh, that's incredibly good. That's 6 charges. Oh, they played a card here. That's kind of good for me. I guess it's a Blink Dagger, so that's really not good for me. Oh, and they cloned their Blink Dagger. So the Blink Dagger lets you move your unit from lane to lane. So they're going to get to have these Meepos GTFO to the second lane, which is kind of bad for me. So I'm assuming this is going to blink to the right here, and then this is going to follow it with Poof.
It gives me strength.
Wow. Wow, that's really good. So they're going to move all 3 of these heroes to the mid lane. We are probably dead. I don't think I'm going to be able to come back from that. That's true. We could 80 the third, but I have to 80 the third while not dying in the mid, which is tough.
Gotta go.
Gotta go. So that one's dead. I have initiative going into this lane at least, so what do I want to do here? Do I want to get incredibly lucky with an Eclipse? Oh, you know what? I could just double Arcane Assault here, right? Could I do that? That's like 2 your tower, 2 your tower. What do we think of that? What are the odds they can kill this creep?
15 seconds remaining.
They probably have a way to redirect its combat.
Look at me. I am a true champion.
Am I dead? Super dead. Good game about it. So they played this card that's basically overrun. It gave all of their heroes deal 4 extra to our tower. Oh, it is a draw. It is a draw. Because they're going to kill our tower and I'm going to kill theirs. It's a draw. That's awesome. That's the first time I've had a draw. Wait, what? Oh, I hadn't killed the 3rd tower yet. You're right. The 3rd tower was about to die. Yeah, that's it. The 3rd tower was going to die that turn. So the 2nd tower died first. That makes sense. So in my mind, I was counting the 3rd tower as dead because they didn't have anything there and it was going to die, but we hadn't actually killed it yet. So the ordering there matters. Blue-black seems like a really weak color combination in this game because all of the heroes in both those colors are incredibly squishy. So they tend to die a lot, which gives you a really weak early game that's tough to recover from. But that might be an oversimplification. I don't think anything's solved in this game yet. Like, the game's very new. So there's a chance that everything's reasonable, but the actual answer is that we just don't know. I'm actually gonna go ahead and put Ignite in this lane because it means the start of next turn. Both of these will die, which is good for us. There's a lot of factors that go into which lanes you should be focusing on. It's a really complicated question.
Their destruction draws closer.
Yeah, the fact that the person that created Keyforge didn't think to filter out words that shouldn't be there doesn't really surprise me. Oh, well, that's convenient. They spent 2 cards to get Cheating Death into play, and I get to smash their defenses. GTFO my game. Get your bullshit card out of here. There was actually a card game called, I don't even remember what its name was at that point, but there was a real-time card game where you played simultaneously. Nova Blitz. Nova Blitz. There was it probably still exists, but it was you played your turn simultaneously. It actually had an initiative system very similar to this. Alright, Ogre Magi. So I kind of want to deploy Ogre Magi into either mid or right, lane 2 or 3, so I can play blue cards in those lanes. But wherever I deploy him is going to kind of suck. I'm going to deploy him in the mid because there's a creep deploying here. So hopefully the creep deploys across from their hero and my Ogre Magi gets a blank spot or their creep spot. Because ideally, I guess I could have deployed him right for that same reason. Ideally, I don't want this across from something. Across from a hero. That was less than ideal. So, start of the turn. Ignite's gonna trigger and kill their 2 things.
Piercing light.
Piercing light. I'm just gonna go ahead and draw 2 cards here. I want to play the Dimensional Portal in the same lane as my Ogre Magi because Ogre Magi gives me whatever this card's called, Ogre whatever. Yeah, it is Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi gives me a chance to copy it. So far in my experience playing, it seems like the decks that are good tend to end up with a lot of cards in their hand. You have a lot of choices to make every turn. Divide we stand. Yeah. We didn't draw any extra Meepos last game, which is one of the reasons why it sucked. Alright, well now I can't not summon a Meepo. Meepo's my boy, chat. And I would love for Ogre Magi to trigger on this one so I can get all the meeps.
I think so.
They just silenced my stuff? That's incredibly rude. So they played a card that silences all of my units. So if your cards are silenced, you can't play cards. Nothing to do. All dressed up with nowhere to go.
Keep me safe, old friend.
In my experience playing this gauntlet so far, the opponent's deck seems like it's the best deck. We're still 2 turns off of Friendly Fire. It's an incredibly powerful card that we also didn't draw in the last one, which feels weird. I would like a ring, please. So where's the meeps going? I think I'm gonna deploy him mid, so that way hopefully this creep goes in front of the drow and the Meepo goes next to it, I think. Yeah, the drow card that gives them that gust that silenced my whole squad, I've heard other people say it's one of the more powerful heroes in the game. So hopefully Meepo's here on the left. Let's find out. God bless you, little imp. God bless you, little mischief imp. These eclipses are still a turn off of coming in. Red Mist Pillager's good for the right lane. Kinda, not really actually. I'm a liar. Just gonna throw some creeps out here. Just go wide a little bit. Yes, yeah, so you choose which 3 heroes from your deck are placed in the flop initially, and during the flop, they're chosen at random which lane they go into.
I fear no fire.
Hey, Meepo!
Alright, I was hoping Meepo would attack here so that way we could kill this, but unfortunately you don't get to choose which way they attack either. Also variance based. There is no maximum hand size. I think I'm fine with Magi dying here. I could ring him. I kind of like saving the rings for the Meepos though, so that way I can pull them out of sticky situations later. Because if one Meepo dies, they all die, so like being able to protect Meepo is ideal. I have no idea what happens when you get down to fatigue. I think I'm playing this here just because I have 2 of them. It's like not a particularly good play, but I don't have anything else to do with my resources this turn. And I kind of just want to like relieve pressure from my tower a little bit.
What a lovely day. We can last a little longer.
Alright, if we're really lucky with our Luna, we'll kill this 5-2 this turn. So, initially, my Ignite's gonna deal 1 to everything, and then Luna deals a random 1 to something. And then I actually have initiative, so we're doing okay at the moment.
I make this look easy.
That's really unfortunate. I guess I just Eclipse here, and just like make them not play cards.
Let the sky tear down the undying. Pathetic.
I love you, little imp. You're great. You great little imp. You the real MVP. Imp VP. Yeah, depending on what their first play is here, Friendly Fire could kill both their guys.
Now is it time to strike?
So...
Anyone else want to try me?
And then I can put the Signet Ring on Meepo here so my other Meepo doesn't die.
Oh, I like this.
Google it. You can't explain this game quickly. You should look it up. You'll be better served, and everybody watching this stream will be better off if you just take a hot second and look it up. So all of their heroes are off for a turn here.
I know my priorities. Axe's legend grows!
Oh, hippity. Alright, and now I've got cash money. Now we've got cash money. I probably want a heal for Meeps over here. I think I'm in for a Democking Maul. In for that. In for that. In for that. In for a
15
heal.
seconds remaining.
And I've got Ogre Magi coming back here. So where do I want to go here now? So I already have got Blue over here. I think I'm just going to throw him in the right lane over here because... So here's the thing about this game is that... Did my opponent concede again? I think my opponent conceded again. That's so weird. My opponent was like nowhere near dead there. And that's part of the problem with like playing games without any stakes for it, right? Like there's no ladder. And this is gonna be the tough part about where like I'm not sure how I feel about the game, and like there's no ladder in this game. So it's gonna be like the Magic Online model, right? They weren't really behind. So one of the things you have to break yourself of when you're playing this game is that losing your heroes doesn't put you infinitely behind. It time walks you, you lose tempo, but their 4 heroes were coming back the next turn. And I was nowhere near killing any of their towers. Yeah, I agree, Edmain. I think that game was nowhere near over. It's pretty unfortunate placement for us. I would have liked Axe across from this idiot, and I would not like Luna across from this. But again, losing heroes early isn't strictly the worst because of the way they come back and all that jazz. I'm gonna go ahead and throw Ignite down over here, I think. Yeah, I think so, Jay. As someone who is arguably the king of concessions when it comes to playing Magic the Gathering,
Don't think you're safe.
I think recognizing when to concede and like when you're actually out of it's gonna be a big deal in this game. Like, it's funny too, because like I've had other people come in and be like, you concede all the time, why haven't you stopped it? It's like, well, we haven't lost this game yet. And a lot of people don't realize that they genuinely just don't understand why I concede in modern. That you can like realize when you're mostly dead in modern really far in advance. And like games like this that have rancid games like modern has, or standard, like you don't have that where the game's just over on the second or third or fourth turn all the time. Like there are a ton of games of modern where like the game is just over by the third or fourth turn, even if you're not actually at 0, but you might as well pack it in because you're not coming back. This game has a lot more bounce back potential because of how the hero mechanic works and how they come back. Yeah, that's true too. People also could question when you're like, no, I'm dead on their untap. I can stop playing here. This hero seems really good. This just like rapid deployment. His active defiance is kind of crappy though. His signature card is not particularly good. And that's one of the things that's a really interesting dynamic about this game. And PV mentioned it in an article that he wrote, that it might actually be correct to play more than the minimum number of cards in an artifact deck, because you might be playing, no, you cannot decline to include a signature card. So it might be right to play more than 40 because you want to dilute your deck a little bit so you don't draw a bad signature card as often. Draw2.gg, I think was the website. If you look on his Twitter, you'll probably find it. All right, what am I doing with this Ignite? Ignite doesn't really do anything here. It doesn't really do anything extra here because this is going to take 2, and then the Ignite's going to deal another one there. I think I'm going to throw the Ignite over here. Am I? I don't actually know yet. I don't know if that's right. So this combat's about to go well for us. So that happens, that pops off. These will bump here, and then if they don't heal this next turn, the Ignite's gonna finish this off, because it's gonna take 2 from here, and then the Ignite's gonna kill it at the beginning of the next turn. This game is for retired Dota 2 players. Their APM is too low to play Dota 2 anymore, so they made him a card game.
Ready to go a couple of rounds.
Thank you, Frenzied Mage. Okay, well that's good for us. So that hero's gonna die next turn at the start. Blink Dagger is pretty good pickup at this point. This card's just very good in general. All right, so what do I want to do with these? So they've got 2 heroes coming in here too. I'm only going up to 5 mana this turn. Or am I going up to 6? I think they've already put my mana up. I'm gonna put her here. I think I'm gonna put Meepo down here. I'm gonna spread them out for now. I don't think you have enough resources in most games of Magic to have the constant decision making this game has, honestly. Just like there's so many things churning through what you're doing. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we're already at 5 resources, so I can't eclipse this turn. I can compel this to here. Berserker's Call is a good pickup for next turn for this lane. I might just Blink Dagger Luna and slide her out of here. Yeah, thank you? Thank you, I think? So this is gonna die. This is gonna go to 1.
For me, and I will be ready.
Alright. Bump up the jam. Now they might sacrifice this to kill this. Am I enjoying Artifact? I think so. Everything outside of Cheating Death is nice. But honestly, Cheating Death is bad enough that if it releases that way, I probably won't play this game. Like, there's just enough other good card games out there that, like, if Cheating Death is a big part of this card game, I just have no desire to play it.
Stop till you're dead.
Hey, Bug Helper, thanks for the 7-month subscription. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed. I might just Blink Dagger and get this guy out of here.
Oh, I like this.
Hey, I want to hold it.
Oh, I like this. So I can Blink Dagger this guy to lane 1, which then means I can Eclipse to clear this lane next turn, most likely, which is nice, because I'll have 6 mana over there. Although I guess I have Berserker's Call for that lane already, too. That's perfect. Getting him in front of that creep there is really good for me too, because this creep's gonna die to the Ignite next turn. Alright, so my Ignite's gonna go off here, which will kill their heroes. That means my opponent can't play cards in this lane. So I think this is actually just okay for me here, because this is going to go to 1, which means the Ignite's going to kill it next turn, which is great. I could also just blink. I could, like, blink Meepo over to here. I think Poof changes your position, but I don't actually know. I'm just going to hit it. I think this is fine. So that's going to go, and next turn this will die to my Ignite there. I'd love a couple of rings. See where this ends up at. It feels early enough that they're probably not going to want to give up any lanes in particular yet, so they might just put this right and keep fighting on all 3 fronts for now. I agree, True Dawn, but honestly, I feel like I will find myself, especially if I try to play this game at all competitively, frustrated by that card enough that I will just play something else instead. This market is so flooded that, like, you can't put something that offensive into your game and expect people to just go play something else. Yeah, I'm not giving this game any money until I see that if Cheating Death survives and how the market ends up.
You're not good enough to stop us.
That was rude. So do I just Eclipse here and kill their things? They're redeploying 2 heroes next turn, so I kind of want to hold on to that. I could just Berserker's Call and, like, hit this to kill. I think I just Berserker's Call. Like, Axe takes a hit there to do that, but I think that's worthwhile. I like how he sweeps off the board. The imps are so great. Probably just gonna slide out the Omenax Arena here, just so it like uses my resource in this lane this turn and cantrips when this guy dies. There are not. You have to mouse over it. They still don't have anything on the right, so it looks like they're kind of giving up the right. People don't have cards in constructed matchmaking. From people that I talked to in the closed beta, that's a card that's gonna see play in... Oh, actually, do I just double edge here and trade these? It's less resource efficient, but it takes their hero off the table. So that might be appealing. It's a lot less resource efficient, but I kind of like trading here. I really don't need to draw another card. Because you have so many resources across so many lanes, resource efficiency isn't always super important in this game.
Piercing light.
So they have initiative anyway, so I might as well stack up my stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this here on Meepo, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go 1 for me and grab a copy of this ring. Probably put a copy on her as well. Just keep her alive. Might as well use my mana over here. I'm sharpening my sword. Keep up the good work. I hope Artifact is good too.
They will fear me.
All right, they've got a bunch of heroes coming in this turn. I don't have any, but my heroes are still deployed. Return a hero to the fountain. It's probably Stonecloak is just really good. Yeah, let's I love that this deck is just like mono ways to make your heroes live longer.
15 seconds remaining.
Is Modern that bad right now? Modern is terrible. Modern is terrible and Magic Online's bad. Arena's great though. Arena is awesome and Standard is very good. Like Magic's great. I don't have any intention to stop streaming Magic. Like streaming Magic literally pays my bills, so I will be here streaming Magic 30, 40, 50 hours a week like I always am. And just, you know, games are fun, so I don't mind playing new and different games. All right, play something stupid and let me do this. They might just bracers and like kill my board here, which would be bad for me. Hopefully they do something stupid and I get to Eclipse and kill their board. Yeah, that qualifies as something stupid. Get eclipsed. Bye, friends. All right, let's stack these boys and girls up. So these guys allow them to gain more health at the end of every turn.
Great.
Anybody that refers to Modern as Legacy Light has no understanding of what Legacy or Modern are as a format. They are completely different.
Oh, we're gonna have fun with this little bubble.
I think I'm gonna hang on to the mall for now. I am, however, gonna go ahead and double-edge sword here and just get my 8-ball in. Let's just get that smash on.
Axe's legend grows.
Axe's legend grows. God bless. Yeah, Pauper's closer to Legacy Light than anything. I agree with that assessment.
I'm just getting started.
So this looks pretty sweet. I'm actually gonna compel this to attack my creep. So like my what's they're called? My Luna stays high. And then probably Dimensional Portal here as well. Pauper's the only format where I'm okay with my opponent having 4 copies of Brainstorm, right?
Not afraid.
So I can compel this to attack here, and then I can poof here to kill this and deal 2 to this. Right? Poof does damage to its enemy neighbors. So if I poof, he'll do 2-2, kill this and hurt this, and then I can put the maul on her to have her finish their hero off. There's not a blood moon in this game. This game seems to be, aside from cheating death, this game seems to be well designed, so it does not contain blood moon.
Dad, and leave the fighting for the grown-ups.
I think it's time to move along.
So he poofs in and he poofs out. So you can poof. Normally you have other Meepos to poof too, but he also deals 2 damage to his enemy neighbors when he poofs in. And now I'm going to get to slide the maul onto Luna, which will let her kill this, which is great. I personally prefer Modern over Standard because I enjoy playing cards that make my opponent feel bad but don't kill them. Sure. If you're that type of person, you'll probably love Artifact. This game's got a lot of prison elements to it.
Back on the job.
Good line from the opponent there. All right. So good back and forth there. I like, we didn't get the exact desired outcome we wanted there, but I feel like we didn't come out behind either. How long does a typical game of Artifact last? Somewhere between 20 minutes and an hour, I think. Condemn and Improvement. That's really expensive for that effect. Equipped hero has 3 armor. I really don't want to draw a card, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit it. I'm going to slide this over here and just give up the middle. Yep, I think that's the plan. Because we have Time of Triumph up, so we can Time of Triumph in this lane. I agree. This game is not for everybody. In fact, I would probably argue that this game is for a very small number of people. God, Eclipse is a good draw. So I have initiative, which Eclipse deal. So this is actually really interesting. So I could play a card here, but I have initiative, and I think I want to Eclipse on this lane before my opponent could do anything there. And I'm already killing this tower, so I'm actually just going to pass here and kill their tower, so that way I can Eclipse in lane 3 before they get a chance to do anything. So you are incentivized to not do things in some lanes, to hedge being able to play things in other lanes sooner. So this Eclipse deals 3 times, and they have less than 18 over here. So I'm actually just gonna kill their entire board in lane 3 when we get there.
It's wise to fear the dark moon. Too easy.
Hi, friends.
Coming here was the last mistake you'll make.
Coming here was the last mistake you'll make. And they've got one hero coming back next turn, but one hero's probably not going to beat Time of Triumph on this lane. So it looks like we're gonna win this one. Yeah, the initiative, this game has a lot of really unique designs in it. There are 2 creeps deployed at the start of every turn, and they are deployed randomly between the 3 lanes. That's one of the variance elements the game has. Not surprised to see them deploying a thing down there. So I'm very unlikely to double kill this lane here. So I think I'm actually gonna town portal scroll my axe from this lane, so that way I can put him down in lane 3 where the real fight's gonna be, in case we need the help there later. This game has so much more RNG than Magic, it's kind of off-putting. I think it is borderline. Oh, my sequencing sucks. I should have, I wanted to play this Omega arena down here, but I town portaled my red hero, so my sequencing was bad there. It is comic to me how desensitized Magic players are to how much variance Magic the Gathering has. I would be very surprised if this game has more variance than Magic. I would be very surprised if this game had more variance than Magic. Incredibly surprised, in fact. Wow, they played a card here. Deal. So that means I get to Time of Triumph down here to start. Sounds good. Sign me up. The problem with Artifact that's going to make the Artifact is going to feel bad to Magic players for a lot of the same reasons that Hearthstone feels bad to them, which is that because Artifact doesn't have resource variance in it, they have to put the variance in places that are more obvious to the player. As Magic players, you're kind of desensitized to how much resource variance is baked into your game. Meepo! Thank you, Roy, for the 2-month resub. I appreciate that. Let's play one more, and I think I'm gonna be done for the night. I'm kind of getting hungry. I want something to eat. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Remember, if you haven't, if this is your first time catching my Artifact stream, you can check out my YouTube, my website here, as well as my YouTube channel. All my stuff gets uploaded and archived there. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Remember, if you like the videos on YouTube, smash that like button and leave a comment below so that way YouTube recommends my videos to other people. If you really like my Artifact stuff and you want to see me make more Artifact content, share my videos around. The how popular the content is going to dictate whether or not I invest time into this game making content for it. So Magic is my full-time job. I don't intend to stop doing Magic stuff, but I might do some Artifact stuff as well if there's a demand for it. The release date is November 28th. The black-green deck was actually really good, Pikes. I think it was my second favorite deck to play after this one, and it felt like the second most powerful after the mono green. I definitely didn't really understand what was going on in this game until I played it. Yeah, I think if you're going into this game, like, Hearthstone is closer to Magic than this is. This game is pretty far away from what Magic the Gathering is, which isn't a bad thing. It doesn't mean it's better or worse than Magic, it just means it's different. It's okay to enjoy different card games. Just because you like Artifact doesn't mean you need to dislike Magic the Gathering. Just because you like Magic doesn't mean you need to dislike Artifact. You're also not obligated to like either or both. So this was unfortunate here. Again, you pick which lane your hero goes into, but you don't choose where they deploy in that lane. So my Ogre Magi, unfortunately, has deployed here across from their axe, so he's just gonna die. I never played Prismata. Yeah, I agree. I feel like this game arguably creates a new genre of games. It feels genuinely different than a lot of the other games that I have played. Yes, your hand is your hand. Each lane has individual mana though. So I played a 4-mana card here, and I'll still be able to play another 4-mana card on a different lane. Although I don't have any 4-mana cards, so that's not particularly relevant at the moment. I'm gonna grab the heal here, keep my Luna alive. Keeping Luna alive is ideal because every turn Luna is in play, she makes my eclipses better. I'm gonna put Meepo over here and just like pray he doesn't end up across from the 412. So 2 of the things in the shop are random, and then the one in the middle is a 9-card item deck that you build along with your deck. I actually hit the maximum for the sponsored arena segment. That was the first time I've ever maxed out a Twitch bounty board sponsorship, which was awesome. We had like 1,600 people for a lot of it, which was great. I wasn't sure how our numbers were going to be with the holiday week in the US. Sweet. Meepo on the 3rd lane got deployed to the right instead of in front of their hero. Yeah, I agree, Persip. I think that's an accurate comparison. So again, the boards basically have to be as small as possible. So if I want to play Red Mist Pillager, I have to put it here in front of their axe. I can't put it on the left or right side. And I really don't want to put it in front of the axe. So I'm just going to go ahead and click it. Yeah, the arena has really increased the ceiling of what Magic content can be. It's quite great. Yeah, honestly, the fact that this game is so incredibly different from most card games, I think gives it a huge chance to be able to succeed compared to what it would be if it was just a card game, because the regular card game market is extremely flooded, right? Whereas like the market for things that are like genuinely new and different is wide open, right?
I can go anywhere the moonlight touches.
Get over here, people!
That's annoying. I'm gonna lose Luna here. I guess I'm redeploying Ogre Magi here next turn though, so I'll be able to Eclipse in the center, which is appealing. Cards give a deeper ownership element to a video game. Yeah, I agree with that. So here is a good example of how the board works. Because I have all of their units covered here, I can deploy a Red Mist Pillager over here. I can choose which side to put it on because I have all of their board covered. I would be very surprised if Arena ever had Modern. Be very, very surprised if Arena ever had Modern. Hey, Captain Jane Cobb, thank you for the 8-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. It's predicted to use the regular Steam Marketplace, which will have a 15% rake for Valve.
We stand with our Oglodi brother.
Gaben's got to pay his bills, chat. So these Eclipses have 4 charges, so they're dealing 12. And they have 1, 2, 3. So they're gonna, depending on how the Meepo hits go, I really want initiative going into the second lane so I can Eclipse first, is how this works. So if they play a card in the first lane, I'm heavily incentivized to not play a card of my own because I would like initiative going into lane 2. So I really want them to just play any card here. That's fine. This lane is dead. This lane is dead and gone. We're giving this lane up. Although it's possible that with Red Mist Pillager they could 80 this tower. So that's something to think about too. So I'll have initiative going into the second lane so I can Eclipse. And ideally we want the Eclipse to hit this twice or this once. The worst case scenario is it hits this. No, I think Eclipse clears their board regardless, actually, thinking about the possible combinations. Because once one Meepo dies, the other Meepo dies. So I'm pretty sure Eclipse clears the center lane for us, which puts us incredibly far ahead. Ooh, pulling Axe back is scary, because it means they're going to be able to put Axe into the middle lane or the right lane here. So I believe this is about to clear their board. Yeah, perfect. And we get a bunch of money for the shop. The layers of thinking ahead in this game because of how the initiative system works is just crazy interesting. And I think I'm actually just going to deploy another Red Mist Pillager in this lane so I can just like keep stacking value over here.
Glad to have it.
How many heroes are in this game? I actually don't know. I don't know a lot of those little details.
The Red Mist marches.
The Red Mist marches. And one of the neat things about this, having this pre-constructed gauntlet is like, if I decide I want to buy into this game and buy constructed cards when they open the marketplace, I'll probably start by buying a copy of this deck and cards that I want to try in it, because this is my favorite of the pre-constructed decks. So I thought about doing an artifact frame, but what does an artifact frame look like? These cards don't really have frames on them, right? Like there's no border on the left and right side. So I might just get like a generic Twitch frame. So they're pretty screwed in that lane. So my goal here is to create an insurmountable advantage in the middle lane before they get more stuff in there. And I picked up a Blink Dagger, so I'm probably gonna put Blink Dagger on my red hero here and slide him into the middle so I could try and get that. Because like this lane's real dunzo. God, is it? I drew Berserker's Call. So do I want to Blink Dagger and GTFO this guy, or do I want a Berserker's Call and kill these 3 things for them? I think I want a Blink Dagger and GTFO.
15 seconds remaining.
I'll claim my trophies yet.
No, I can't do both because he's gonna die if I battle. So he takes damage when he battles. So he'd battle all 3 of these and he'd die. I mean, these kind of have a frame. I could put, like, item things above me, I guess. I don't know if that translates, though. That's the worry with this line, is I get eclipsed out of it. Getting eclipsed out of it feels kind of bad. And now they exactly kill my tower. This does give me initiative going into the next lane, though. So I can eclipse them again over here. Because this is piercing damage, right? Oh, and that's perfect. So this actually clears their board. Because it does 1 and then 4. So just, like, clean your board again. Goodbye, friends. That being said, my opponent gets to deploy 3 heroes into this middle lane next turn. Which is kind of scary. So the multicast doesn't copy the current level of charge, which sucks. So it's not actually that good. I think I'm just going to stack both these equipments up on here to deal the max damage this turn.
I'm not afraid to pick up arms.
Well, they can't dogpile the left lane because I don't think they're doing 80 over here. Maybe they're doing 80 over there. I actually don't know. It'll be interesting. Maybe they can 80 us there and we'll lose before we get there. That's true. I do have a lot of red mist pillars. Yeah, I think my not berserkers calling that lane could maybe cost us this. Because, like, if I would have berserkers called here, I would have killed this, this, and this. And then they'd only have... They wouldn't have killed my tower even. And then they'd have, like, 2 pillagers plus these here. So it's very possible I should have berserkers called that first lane. Oh, they are going to dogpile that first lane. Uh-oh. 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 We might get doubled. We might get double killed. It's been a good game. So how much do they have over here? They have 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And then they have 29, 34, 38. They only have 42 going into this lane. So they have to make up 38 points of damage in this lane to go all in on this first lane. 80 is a lot. Okay, it's like a lot.
We stand with our bloody
Whoa, I've got so many, and I'm in danger of like 80ing them down here, right?
$15 seconds remaining.
I have 47 down here. All right, do your bratwurst. Do your wurst. Your bratwurst. So the Red Mist Pillager card has a line of text that's a 4/2 that says when it hits your opponent's tower, it makes a copy of itself. So they just like keep spawning like Zerglings, basically. Just multiplying. Okie doke. I miscounted over here, no surprise, bad at math. So they have to make up 30, they need 34 points. We might get Time of Triumph. Time of Triumph is, I don't know how many heroes they have here.
I am the pride of my...
Is this lethal? Is this lethal? Oh, it's only 66. It's only 66.
The might of the Red Beast is unmatched.
That means we win in the middle, right? $80 is a lot. Yep, 80 is a lot. The imps are so great. And Gregor, thank you for the 3-month resub, 8-month, sorry, 8-month resub there. Glad you're enjoying Artifact. I've been enjoying playing it too. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, folks. I'm gonna get something to eat and hang out with Christy for a little while. I'm gonna be live for, I'm planning on at least 10 hours tomorrow. I'm gonna do 6 hours of Modern and then 4 to 6 hours of Standard following. So we'll do Modern on Magic Online in the morning and then Standard on Magic Arena in the evening. I'll catch all y'all around later. Everybody have a good night.